Welcome to a Thirsty Thursday on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. I hope your Thursday's off to a good start. Thanks for stopping by the Beach House Beach Bunker. We've got a beach chair waiting for you. And this morning on the show, of course, we'll touch on tariffs, but not much to touch on. Donnie had his big board out yesterday, and all of us were looking at the big board, the big tariff board, and we weren't on it. We weren't on the tariff board. What does this mean exactly? Well, it means we've got some good memes. Of course, the jokes. All the jokes involving Donnie and his big board of tariffs. No joke. Rogers is paying billions of dollars for hockey in Canada. Rogers now owns hockey basically for the rest of my life. Rogers will own hockey, as in the communications company, the phone company. It's pretty crazy. They paid a lot of cash for this, and we'll do a deep dive on this. Also, news on the TikTok front. Looks like they've got a buyer, and it's a boy. It looks like we're gonna have a brother or a sister. Yeah, Amazon, which owns this platform, the Twitch platform, is putting in a very serious bid. And, of course, Jeff Bezos is, well, basically he's just a walking bag of money. Jeff Bezos has stepped forward to say, yes, I would like to buy TikTok and give Twitch a little brother or a little sister. Well, he's not the only one, but he's the front runner, and we'll take a look at that this morning. Also, we've got a shocking yet funny story out of the USA, out of our, I like to think of it as a sister city. It's the same size as our town. It's a town called Minot, North Dakota, and it's a shocking yet kind of humorous story involving that town's mayor. Maybe you've seen this already. We will share that with you this morning. And social media trend, the new social media trend that I'd like to get on board with, maybe you would too. It's called micro retirements. Because people can't afford the big retirement, they're taking what they call micro retirements. Can't wait to do a deep dive on that one. But the biggest story of them all is the weather. Wow, do we have a big change on the horizon? And, of course, we always talk about the big storm, the big snow, the big precipitation, the big dig out. This is the opposite, Sunseekers. This is the moment that we have been waiting for. We've got some super warm weather headed our way. We're going to go from way below normal to swing the other way, way above normal. Double digits are coming for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. We've got temperatures between 13 and 18 degrees. Get the shorts ready. Get the flip-flops ready. Here it comes. Here comes summertime. I think we're just going to skip over spring and fall from here on in. It certainly feels that way. We get into summer and it's hot, hot, hot Christmas. Cold, 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 cold summer. Fall and spring are just kind of pushed to the side. But that's okay. We've got our last little bit of snow flurries today. This could be our last flurry day. We could have April showers after this. Because, boy, we got warm weather coming next week. Now, before we get there, things are going to clear out, and the overnight lows still mean you might have to be plugging your car in, believe it or not. Daytime highs around the freezing mark, but those overnight lows will be around minus 14 to minus 18. We've got some flurries in the forecast for us today, and a high of 0. There's a look at it right there. Plus 10. Look at that Tuesday. And then Wednesday, 12. Thursday, 14. Friday, 16. Absolutely gorgeous next week. Gorgeous. Gorgeous weather is a-coming. If you need some sunshine in your life, it is here. We're excited. And that map on the bottom right will start getting greener and less blue. Snow will be a melting. The big melt is coming, and the countdown is on. How awesome is that? Good morning, Sun Seekers. Let's see who we've got to welcome aboard before we get to business this morning. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Regardless of the platform you're joining us on, thank you for stopping by, even for 2 minutes, 20 minutes, for 2 hours. It's a 2-hour show. We'd love to have you part of the entire 2 hours to have some coffee, have some chat, have some fun, talk about random stuff, topical stuff, and, of course, food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. And Donnie's big board. I brought my big board. Did you see Donnie's big board? Road Reverend is in this morning on Twitch along with Pebbles and Polar Bear, and Zumba Bernice is here, and MJ is here too to say good morning to the Sun Seekers along with Janine on Facebook. Hello, Janine. Happy Friday's Eve indeed. Thirsty Thursday. Tracy is here on Twitch. Ron is joining us from over on X. Good to see you, Ron. Ooh, Zill had a rough night. Had some tornado-ridden Middle Tennessee. Sorry to hear that, Zill. I hope everything's okay. Hope the shed is still there, and it's never fun. We get it, too. We get it a lot later than you, obviously. But we get it, too. Yeah, it won't be long. June is usually when it's head to the basement month because nature wants to throw some big storms our way. I hope everything is okay. MJ says, keep your feet on the ground. Doing the best I can. KDD is here on Twitch. Good morning, KD. And good morning, Richard, on Facebook this morning. Richard promises to behave himself, right? You and Nick. We're good. Plenty of others probably had a horrible night, though. Tons of tornado warnings. That's never fun. And it's so scary. It's like the weather is just getting more and more intense as time goes on. It's climate change, obviously, but doesn't change the fact that it really scares the hell out of you. My heart goes out to anyone affected. It sure looked rough on the radar, says Zill. Quentin is here on Twitch this morning. Good morning. Molly is here too. Good morning to you, Molly. Nick is here to say good day. Dang Dong is saying good morning from the airport to just take our noses and kind of push it down, rub our nose at boarding my flight to Cancun in just seconds. Thank you, Dang Dog. I hope you have the best time. Well, when you come back, winter will be over. No, seriously, we're happy for you. We're really excited that you get to go to Cancun since you won the lottery. Congratulations on the big lotto win. Jody Kaslik is here on Facebook. Hi, Jody. Good morning. Good morning, Cindy. MJ says he's so confusing, I don't trust him. He's going to try to pull a sneak attack, says MJ. Oh, my God. I told you to relax. I told you to just relax. Now, is he a liar? Yes. That's been proven. Is he a cheat? Absolutely. Can you believe him? Nope. But at this point in time, we need to breathe. Remember, breathing is good. Breathing is good. We've dealt with worse. And the media doesn't make it any better. They're stirring it up. They're getting everybody riled up. Just breathe. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. And that's because, listen, MJ, we got 3.5 years of this. We don't need people dropping from stress. There's no need to stress. It will be okay. It'll be all right. And we'll have some laughs along the way. Loretta's here. Good morning, Loretta. Good morning, old chickie on Twitch. Loretta's on Facebook this morning. MJ says, don't forget your sunscreen, dang dog. Don't forget that sunscreen. Is it the Big Melt, says Trev? It is the Big Melt. And I'm not talking about the corned beef and cheddar, although that does sound good. That also sounds like a really good melt. But this is the Big Melt. The big one. The big one. Plus 15. MJ says, listen, Uncle Ty, I'd be happy if we ditched all of our outerwear. It's time for nakedness. It's time for nakedness. Oh, the cops don't like that. Cindy says, I'm up for skipping spring, but not fall. It's my favorite time of year. I like fall too. Football, barbecues, but fall is really warm. So we still kind of have it. It's just, it's really warm. You remember, like when you think of fall, you think, yeah, I remember, Tyler. I remember it still had the air conditioner on. It's still hot in fall time. Zill says we were 82 here last night at 10 p.m. just prior to the storms. Yeah, that makes for some nice ingredients when you hit like 82. We won't hit 82, God, till May. Yeah, we'll be lucky. We're happy with our 70. 70. Woo, the Big Melt Canadians all get naked at 70. Woo! Rhonda's here. Come on, spring. It's coming. Tuesday, 10. Wednesday, 12. Thursday, 14. Friday, 16. Buckle up, everybody. Here comes the sun, and sun to boot. So it's going to be intense. It's going to be slushy. It's going to be mucky. Gutters down, guys. Gutters down. Get the snow away from the house. She's going to happen fast. If you've got piles of snow, get it away from the foundation. She is coming in hot next week. You got this weekend to get your stuff in order because she's coming in hot. Woo! Here comes spring. Trev says, the wifey is in Vegas and it's only 17 there. It is a really weird winter in Las Vegas. I think they got touched with snow over the winter, too. Hasn't been exactly the warmest place to go. I'm really curious to know how busy it's going to be. Apparently, Vegas is, we talked about this on the show, that if Canada was a state, I said if, don't throw stones at me, but if we were in the book of tourism for Las Vegas, we would be number 3, behind only California, which is right next door and massive, and Texas, which is also a massive state. Canada would be number 3 for visitors to Las Vegas. And the cancellations continue to pile up there. So I'm curious to know how busy it is. When you're in Vegas and it's busy, there's a lot of Canadians in that crowd. Oh, and the Jets are in Vegas tonight. Oh, is she going? Is she going to the game? Is she going? That would be fun. Oh, man. Zilla's watching the show, hoping that the storms don't cut out his internet for him in Tennessee this morning. We're feeling, we'll protect you. The sun seekers will protect you from the storm. We are looking for more sun. Come on, move along there, Tennessee storms. MJ says, I feel like we never get good thunderstorms here. No, it's destruction. It's just plain destruction all the time. We got to move over to good thing. Yesterday's good thing. Good morning, Ryan. We'll continue to say good morning as folks pile in. Angela, good morning on Facebook. It's nice to see you this morning. Hope your day is off to a good start. Welcome. All politicians are liars. Zill on this, we can't agree. Yes, never forget it. It's just It's the way it is. Water is wet. The sky is blue. Politicians lie. How are you? MJ says COVID all over again. Booze and snacks to get us through. Actually, it's not so bad for Canada. I'll explain the best that I can coming up later on in the show because you hit the nail on the head. It's terribly confusing. What you need to know is it's mostly good news. There is some bad news mixed in with it, but it's an indirect bad news. It's just like if you're at a workplace and most of your coworkers are getting fired, that's not a fun place to work. And even though you didn't get fired, you're going, phew, thank God I didn't get fired. It's not a fun place to work. That's a terrible analogy, but I'll try to do my best to explain what is happening here. Yesterday's good thing. Okay, the big board, Donnie's big board came out, and we were not on Donnie's big board. Yeah! You don't want to be on Donnie's big board. Yesterday's good thing. What is happening? MJ, somebody got an award. Somebody in MJ's house got some kind of award. I have got to get down to chat, and I have got to get caught up here. Nick says, you mentioning beef and cheddar just makes me want to hit Arby's next time I'm in Winnipeg. That's right. We had that in the ticker earlier this week. Arby's is back. Arby's had left Manitoba largely, and they are back. They're at the Sterling Lions Parkway, the only Arby's in all of Manitoba, serving 1.34 million people. I bet they've been busy. Trev says, yeah, the ladies are going to see the Jets game tonight. That is awesome. That's going to be fun. GT got my nephew's twins for a couple of days. They're 6 years old. Thank goodness Michelle is here to help out. Oh, and there they are. Little people. Are they near whatever your device you're watching? I guess you could show this to them later because you sent a picture. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Sunseeker Land. Welcome to the beach bunker. They're like, what are you talking about, crazy man? There's a lot of snow where we're spending our spring break. Hello, nephews. Hello, nephews. And it looks like there's a niece there, too, potentially. Another little person. And I see Michelle's smiling face there, driving the quad, and puppy dog, too. That's awesome. Well, you guys have good time. Spring break is so fun. Richard says, I got Netflix yesterday. Hadn't been Netflix free. And so he got Netflix, and I bought my brother breakfast. That's pretty awesome. Nick's GT. No big surprise here. The Wheaties are staying alive. Staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. We beat Lethbridge. And it was in dramatic fashion, too. Way to go, Wheat Kings! Yeah, that's our junior hockey team playing off-site. That's the last one in Verdun. Job well done. 6-4 win over Lethbridge yesterday. They moved to Alberta now. It's a Friday night game. It will be live-streamed, so we'll be able to watch it, and hopefully with a win, they'll come back to Brandon. They're down in the series. Well, 3-1, 0-3. So now they're 3-1. It's cool to see their win. That is really a good thing. That is awesome. So MJ sent me. There's an award. Elizabeth was able to make a donation to Carberry Food Cupboard with money that she made from sales in her baby brother's memory. What was she selling? That is awesome. Yay! There you go. Look at that. And there's some smiling faces. Way to go. Thanks for sharing that. Look at you. Little entrepreneur there. Little entrepreneur. I love little entrepreneurs. There is a little guy in Brandon that is getting set to sell potatoes this year. His dad's helping him out. He's going to plant them himself. And I'm going to go get some potatoes from this little guy. I love little entrepreneurs. Should have a little entrepreneur club. And, if it's fundraising or nonprofits, it's so great to see the kids selling stuff. That is fantastic. Way to go. Nice, good thing. Pebble says, speaking of potatoes, Yes, Pebbles is making some potatoes with some pork chops, barbecued food. Here we go. Oh, and there's more where that came from, I'm sure. And Ryan's GT is also about the Wheat Kings. I guess we could do that. I guess we could have more than one. And of course, you can't get through the day without a picture from our Tosh. There's their sweet potatoes, homemade sweet potato fries. Her GT from yesterday. Good job. Good job, Tosh. I think I'm going to get that barbecue ripping tonight. It's going to be awesome. Trev has got pictures of the girls in Vegas. There they are, causing trouble. Ho, 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 ho. Watch for them at the Jets game tonight. Look out, Las Vegas. Yeah, that bar doesn't look too slammed. And they are enjoying a non-alcoholic beverage, likely some orange juice. No alcohol. I think there is no alcohol available in Vegas. I think it's just bottled water and orange juice, maybe apple juice. Actually, you know what's interesting is with these tariffs coming on is a lot of the alcoholic beverages from other countries. You're going to see a huge jump. You will quickly realize what is being produced domestically in America. It'll be what's cheap. Oh, okay, good. Can I have some of that tequila? Oh, wait a second. It's $15 a shot, $20. Maybe I don't need that tequila. I think I'm good. But, you can still get Canadian at par if you're a member of the Players Club and get the approved points with our friends at Skydancer Casino, sponsors of the Tyler Glen Show. And, of course, they've got the water park ready for your spring break fun, 175 feet of water slides, indoor water park fun at Turtle Island Adventure Park, a lazy river, and more. Visit SkydancerCasino.com. Give them a follow on their socials, too, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where the sky's the limit, just 90 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt. Skydancer Casino. Leon's Furniture Superstore, 3635 Victoria Avenue, making Canadians comfortable since 1909. Starting today, they've got the Great Canadian Super Sale. It's red and white throughout the yellow store at Leon's Furniture, Appliances, Electronics. Oh my gosh, the sales are tremendous. Get ready for red and white. The Maple Leaf is celebrated, and so are great deals at Leon's. Go to leons.ca before you go and check out the amazing deals. And then you can take the flyer, the digital flyer, the real flyer from your mailbox into the store on Victoria Avenue. Proudly Canadian, they are Leon's. And Elkhorn Resort Clarkson Nordic Spa, where they're getting set for some weekend entertainment at Buffalo Bar. If you're going to be in the vicinity of Onanol, Clear Lake, Riding Mountain National Park, you're going to want to take in the Ingrid Aubrey duo tomorrow night and Saturday night at Buffalo Bar. It's always a lot of fun up at Buffalo Bar on the weekends with their live entertainment. And, of course, with Clarkson Spa, you could go for a nice dip, enjoy yourself in the beautiful confines of the bubbly water, the hot pools, the cool pools. And, of course, with the warmer weather coming, makes it even more enjoyable to be outside in the beautiful Clarkson Nordic Spa. Not to mention that they've got amazing packages available for your staycation getaway. So check it out, would you? elkhornresort.mb.ca. That's elkhornresort.mb.ca. And also give them a follow on their social media channels, too. Molly's GT from yesterday got a knee brace finally to help with my knee. Yay! Yeah! Woo! Trev said that picture of the girls drinking orange juice, behaving themselves, and being extra, super well behaved in Las Vegas is them at Hell's Kitchen. Ooh. I thought I recognized that logo in the background. Is that Chef in the background? Is he there? Is that Gordon Ramsay in the background? I think so. Yesterday's good thing, starting with a little bit of positivity. Starting with some positivity. What happened to you yesterday? Oh, my daughter Liberty has been asked to do a presentation at her school. She goes to the university, and she has got to do some kind of presentation for her professors on Monday. Now, it's a 9 o'clock a.m. presentation. Now, I want to go to that, So just a heads up, we'll be ending the show a little bit early on Monday so I can scoot over to BU and catch that. That's my good thing from yesterday. So proud of her. She is an aspiring writer in the English program, and she's writing some great stuff, and it's just fantastic. So anyway, that's my good thing, plus a programming note. We'll be ending a little bit early on Monday, so don't be dismayed. Come in early to join the fun. MJ says she put a design that was put in shirts and mugs, and they were listed for $5 more, and the $5 went to Elizabeth. She made $265 that went to Ronald McDonald House, and some went to the Carberry Food Cupboard. There she is again, little entrepreneur. I absolutely love it. That is fantastic. Ryan's GT said that his nephew won an award for best defensive back at his university. Wow, that is pretty cool. Which one is your nephew? He sent me this, the Iron Awards. This is STFX Athletics Awards Gala. Is it Logan? Is it Logan? Is it Colin? Congratulations to both guys. One of these is Ryan's nephew. Maybe they both are your nephews. You're just an athletic family. Zill's GT is we all endured and survived the night. No kidding. No kidding. Glad you're here, Zill. Glad that you're safe and sound. Logan is your nephew. Okay, congratulations. What sport is it? Looks like football, perhaps. Is it football? Am I right? MJ says, we are so proud of her. She has such an amazing heart. Wow, that's great. Little entrepreneurs, love them. That's fantastic. Congratulations, Logan. Wow, you guys did great today for yesterday's good thing. Kudos to you. Well done. Thursday's off to a great start. We've got Sunseekers all over the place. It's World Party Day today. We got double digits coming. We got warm weather on the way. It is going to be a fantastic Thursday, I tell you. It is going to be absolutely awesome. Now, it is still going to be cool. We'll update your forecast coming up in just a second. First, we got to get into a beach break this morning, and we're going to go to the West Coast. I'm not sure if we're going to see some sun to start here. It might still be a little bit quiet on the sun front. We're going to go to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. They're behind us a little bit. Oh, we're seeing some glow. It's glow, but not enough. We want to have we'll have some sun for the next beach break. Some time-lapse photography. This is Cabo San Lucas. Good morning to Sunseekers enjoying spring break in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Just do it. Do it. Go put your feet in the water. Come on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Someone's just arrived. First day. Oh, the water's cold. You can see there. Takes a picture and it's like, go in the water. That's all she's going to do. She's just going to let the ocean touch her feet, and that's it. That's all. Back up. Get some breakfast in you. Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Good morning, Southern Manitoba, and welcome to a Thursday. It is Thursday, Friday's Eve, as we call it in these parts, and we're in for a nicer day than what we've had through the week. We're going to start with some flurries. There is a risk of freezing drizzle this morning. Winds are moderate now, thank God. High of 0 today, and we'll see some sunshine. So there is going to be some sunny breaks, and today and possibly this evening will be the last of the flurries until November. Let's say it. Yeah. Till November. Don't come back until November. So tomorrow, sun -3. Saturday, sun +3. Sunday, sun +1. That's not the good stuff. The good stuff is next week. Next week, get ready for some amazing weather. Amazing. And I'm not talking even about Tuesday at +10. We're talking Wednesday 12, Thursday 14, Friday 16 degrees. So buckle up. We are getting into some really awesome, beautiful temperatures. And this weekend, you're going to go, this is okay. This is nice. This is, at least we've got some sun and temperatures there's some heat to the sun. It's going to feel okay. And then it's going to be warm. And then people are going to want to get outside. They're going to want to get their yards all cleaned up. It's perfect timing to start our Jeff's Clean Cut Yard Care contest on Monday. Don't forget those pictures of your yard ready for our contest on Monday. Jeff's Clean Cut Yard Care. He is once again servicing Brandon and area with aeration, power raking, spring cleanups, mowing services. And we're going to give you a chance to win a clean yard. He'll come over. He'll do the aeration and power raking for you absolutely free. Now, the contest will start on Monday. It'll be on my Facebook page. And we'll hopefully get somebody's yard all cleaned up, kind of rehabilitated. What perfect timing. What a great week it's going to be. By the way, if you want to book Jeff for your yard in the Brandon area, he is taking bookings now, and it's probably a good idea that you do it now so that you can be at the front of the line before things really, because once the weather turns, she's going to be busy, and the warm weather is coming. Go to jeffsccyardcare.ca. No apostrophe necessary. jeffsccyardcare.ca. All right, let's get you into the beach bunker here, and let's get back to it. So yesterday, the big news yesterday, the big concern, of course, Trump made his big announcement with his big board, the tariffs. Now, I am not going to pretend to be an economist or know exactly what's going on here, but he has really scrambled a lot of minds around the world. Here's what we know this morning. Markets overseas are not reacting well to this. This is not fantastic because he's basically put a tax on everybody, all countries. So he whips out his big board yesterday. I'm not even going to let him talk. He's just, you can see it there. He's got the countries listed. And on the left side of the column is the tax that is charged the United States, allegedly, when they try and import stuff. And so the United States is going to tax them. Basically, the math is pretty easy to do. Whatever they got taxed, they're going to do half. He says they're going to be kind. We're going to be kind. I hope you like my board. I did it in crayon, but they made me redo it so it could be read properly. So here it is. And then so this board comes out yesterday, and of course I've got all the monitors in the studio here watching this thing. I got Canadian reaction, Australian reaction, the BBC, and I'm looking on the board and I'm like, hey, wait a second, he didn't do this alphabetically. Where we'd be up at the front. Where's Canada? How much is ours? And there's no Canada on here. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this is just one board. There's a lot of countries in the world. And lo and behold, we aren't on there. We aren't on there. And it was so funny to watch the media reaction yesterday because everybody's anxious. Everybody's anxious. No one knows what this guy's going to do. That's part of his MO. That's how he likes to operate, keeping people guessing. Surprise press conference. Oh, I got an executive order I'm going to announce. He just likes to stir it up and then keep everybody guessing as to what he's going to do next. But for all the crap that's been flung, for all the stress that everybody's been under, at the end of the day, it was kind of a big fat nothing for both Canada and Mexico. And he's been, using us kind of as a trade piñata for a number of weeks now, saying, we're going to take over and we're going to do this and we're going to do that and so on and so forth and build the wall, blah, blah, blah. All fart and no shit is what I was in my mind. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. And the thing is that it's good news for Canada, but obviously bad news for other countries because they're going to get tariffed here. I mean, China 34%, European Union 20%, Vietnam. So look at the list. This is the list right here. Costa Rica 10, Jordan 20%, Dominican Republic 10. I would not want to be working as a border person or in the importation business right now in the United States. All these countries around the world are going to have to pay to do business in the United States. Now, with Canada, the tariffs that they originally mentioned, and I believe there's a handful of them, steel and aluminum is one of them. If as long as everything is adhered to in the USMCA, that's our free trade agreement, then everything is good. Now, there are some trade irritants. Now, what that means is that there's some stuff that the Americans didn't like even the first time around when they signed the free trade agreement. And here's the thing. Here's the bottom line. Let's put this aside for a second. Let's put this in your terms, in your life, because you have relationships. Maybe you have a boss. Maybe you have someone you're married to. Okay? That, whether you like it or not, you and your boss have a relationship. You provide work. They pay you. In a marriage, you're spending your life with someone. You've made a commitment and you are dedicated to them. And in that marriage, you have certain expectations, as does the other person. Now, in both those situations, someone might not be happy. Let's start with your boss. So if your boss isn't happy with your work, you have choices. If the boss comes in and says, Tyler, I'm not happy with the way you washed this window. Oh, yeah. So what are we going to do? And then you've got choices, right? I can quit washing windows. I can leave the job. I can say, please, can you train me to do the job better? The boss could say, you know what? I pay you for every window you wash. I'm going to pay you a little bit less because you haven't been doing a great job. Well, I'll do better. Give me another chance. Give me a 90-day. You notice that you start when one person in the relationship is not happy, you can walk away or you can negotiate to make sure that the relationship works. Same thing in a marriage. Heaven forbid one day your spouse wakes up and says, you know what? I'm really not happy with the way you're leaving your stinky underwear on the living room floor. Why do you do this? It's my friend Taylor. Let's call him Taylor, okay? So Taylor's leaving his dirty underwear on the living room floor, and his wife, let's call her Tricia, and she comes up and says, I really don't like what you're doing here with this dirty underwear on the living room floor. So we've got choices. My friend could go buy those hooks, those ones they look like the claws that, pick up the stuffed toys at the arcade, so that, so said person's not touching underwear that needs to be picked up from the floor. Or my friend Taylor can just get his act together and pick up his own damn underwear. But there has to be change. When someone in a relationship is not happy, there has to be change. And It looks like there's going to be change in the trading relationship, and that's the agreement. That's the agreement that, regrettably, Donnie signed before. But that's really, at the end of the day, what has to happen, and we kind of knew this going in. Enter a whole bunch of drama, a whole bunch of needless bluster and blah, blah. But, I mean, he's an entertainer. Really, you know what? When we forget that, everybody says, yeah, he was a big businessman. He made lots of money. He was a reality star. He did best. He made the most money when he ran The Apprentice. He is a TV star, which means he's a show business person. He's more a show business person than a business person. Molly says, Tyler, how do you feel about him now from last year? I would say, you know what? It'll be history that will decide. Let's just see. There's two things that can happen here. This could destroy the world economy. Or what if all of a sudden things become affordable? He gets the economy back on track. Here's what I know for sure. Things aren't working. And it goes for Canada, too. Things aren't working. There needs to be change. Sometimes change is bad. Sometimes change is painful. But something needed to change. Something needed to change. Things are way too expensive. Wealth is going to a small percentage of people. Something has to change. My opinion has not changed a whole bunch. Now, does my head hurt more than it does last year? Yes. Am I disappointed that he's a lot more reckless than he was last time around? Yes. But honestly, Molly, I'm more worried about what's happening up here because we're in the middle of an election, actually. And so we've got to take care of business up here. I got to keep my own row clear before I start throwing stones at anybody else, or, you know what I'm saying? MJ says he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's a reality star. He does know what he's doing. He's entertaining. It's a reality TV show, except it does affect people's lives. Derek says it will force them to bring their business into the USA. Makes sense to me. That's his job. His job is to try to bring companies into his country. It's like a game of collect the stamps, right? And so Canada's also in this game. But, and make no mistake, it's the illusion of, well, we're nice. We're not. We need to compete. We need to get in the game. We need to get our fair share of businesses. But, up until recent history with our former prime minister of 10 years, we've been off chasing daisies in the wind. It's time to get serious. Molly says this affects the consumer, not the company. Well, it'll affect both. Trust me, Molly, it affects both. Big time. Some more than others, the markets are not reacting well. Not reacting well. Thank God that it does not affect us worse. It could have been so much worse for us. So much worse. But like I said before, this is affecting the world economy, of which we are part of the world. So indirectly, we are going to be affected by this, even though these tariffs did not come after us, when the rest of the world is now filling their pants, which they are. And there's going to be struggles and problems and challenges going forward. Canada is going to have to juggle around and deal with that. I just want our election to be done so we know who is leading us. We're in the middle of an election right now. We vote at the end of the month so that we've got somebody driving our car here. And so that is, in my layman's terms, the best I can do to try and explain it, because, it is absolutely confusing and wild. And watching the media yesterday, it was, they're all just like, the Canadian media, we can't find Canada. Where are we on the board? What's happening? What's happening right now? And it's all live. It's all real time. And CBC is like, oh, Canada is ready to respond to the awfulness that is And then mid-sentence, they're like, we can't. Can someone check the board? Can someone check? We got to be on there. We got to be on. No, we're not on there. We're not on there. Who can get in the man's mind? Nobody. That's who. Nobody. There is a hamster wheel going around. You just got to. The thing is, though, you have to just roll with it. We have to roll with it. It's the quintessential meaning of life. It's like you can't control it. So just grab a surfboard. Grab a surfboard. Off we go. This is going to be fun sometimes, and sometimes it's going to be scary. Probably most times it's going to be scary, but we got to roll with it. We got to roll with it. MJ says, I'd vote for my cat's shadow before voting for some of these politicians. Well, that's a whole other story. Some of these politicians, I'll tell you, actually most of them, almost all of them. We've discussed this already. You question democracy, don't you? You just question it. We've said it before. Everybody wants a nice meal to eat. They want some time with their family. They wouldn't mind a vacation, a car that works, a roof over their head. It's pretty simple. That's it. Now, some people want a whole lot more. They want a bigger house and they want 5 cars and they want a vacation once a month. But I think the average person just wants a nice, normal, meaningful life where they can eat some good food, have some laughs, not have a whole bunch of worries in their life. To me, it seems pretty simple. Why is it so hard to pull off? I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, that's my ridiculous take on the ridiculousness that happened yesterday. I hope what I said just made some sense. I don't know. Looks like Elon might be out. Looks like they're trying to figure out a way to segue him out of the White House. He is losing millions of dollars every day. He has got to be questioning his decision to do this. They're trying to find a way. You know that meme with Homer Simpson where he's backing into the bush? Oh, I'm just going to back away. I'm just going to back away. That's what Elon's doing. And he wanted to have government efficiency. Everybody does. But he goes in with a sledgehammer and a chainsaw, and it's like, wow. We have lost all ability for moderation, right? Like we've lost all ability to just kind of, let's make government efficient. Cut it to the bone. Then another party gets in and they're spend like there's no tomorrow, like we're drunken sailors. Okay, can we have a little this way and a little that way? We don't need the drunken sailors and we don't need the chainsaw. We want efficiency. That's it. I don't think that's too much to ask. Yellow Jacket says, so much hype on what DT is doing and nothing being said about China that put tariffs on canola and pork. Oh, that's an excellent point. And that affects us here in this area. I'm glad you brought that up. And those tariffs are big. And we're coming into spring seeding. And for our farmers, this is a real concern. Now, thankfully, locally, our governor or premier, Rob Canoe, he announced that there's going to be a whole bunch of backstop funding for our farmers at the Winter Fair. Agricultural Showcase made a whole lot of sense that he did that. But I'm glad that he did, and I'm hoping that's going to help. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to talk to farmers about it. But yeah, the Chinese tariffs are really, really bad for our ag producers locally. So hopefully once this election is done, we can get somebody fighting for us. Because you're right, everyone's talking about Donnie. We need to talk about us. We need to take care of us. And there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking care of your own backyard. But there is something wrong about sending naked pictures. We have talked about this on the show before, bad segue, but forgive me, but it's still politicians sending naked pictures of themselves. We knock it off, you guys. Knock off the nakedness. this has come very close to home. A city not that far from ours has had their mayor resign. The mayor has resigned because of nakedness sent via cell phone. And I have to watch how I tell this story because it's pretty shocking, kind of funny. The mayor sending naked pictures, and it gets worse. I'll explain coming up. First, if you're going to be doing some car shopping this spring break, make it my friends over at Murray's. Westman's #1 EV dealership is Murray GM in Brandon. They've got your Equinox ready. Your Blazer is all good to go. How about a Hummer? Maybe a Silverado? They come in the gas model and the EV model as well. The potential savings are electrifying. Yes, less maintenance in an EV. And, of course, gas prices have come down considerably. You know they're going to go up again. If you're looking for an EV, make it Murray GM in Brandon, 1500 Richmond Avenue, Westman's #1 EV dealership. Sunrise Credit Union wants to put $30,000 in your hand. Of course, they have got a great rate on a residential mortgage right now, 3.89% residential mortgage rate, and there is no better time to get one than right now because they have got that contest, $30,000 in your hand. And they just announced that they are accepting applications for their Building Communities Grant Program. It's on for the entire month of April. This is where they're able to dole out some financial support to some local community groups. Cypress River Senior Center got some cash. Pipestone Memorial Park got some cash. Deloraine Ag Society also received some funding. This is a great program. They're just building communities. That's what they do, Sunrise Credit Union. Go to their website for more, sunrisecu.mb.ca. And Co-ops of Westman, you're at home here with your local co-ops. And, of course, congratulations once again to the winner of the Young Farmers Contest. Thanks to everybody who dropped by to say hi at this year's Royal Manitoba Winter Fair when we were giving away some samples of that Co-op Gold popcorn. And congratulations to Miller Cowan. He is the Future Farmer Award winner.
Farmer for 2025.
Here's a picture of Miller. Oh, hang on. They had a photo contest with Co-ops of Westman. Miller receives a $500 Co-ops of Westman gift card. Way to go, Miller. Congratulations, cutie. What a great picture. Thank you to everybody who entered to win. And make sure that you visit your local co-ops to support the local community, not just food, but of course they've got hardware, they've got ag, they've got petro products, gas stations, and more. Co-ops of Westman, you're at home here with your local co-op. That's Heritage, Pembina, Twin Valley, Valley View, Boundary, and Hamiota Co-op too. So to the shocking political story in Minot, North Dakota. Now, like I'd said earlier, that is a city that is it's a wonderful, wonderful city to visit. One of my favorites. If I'm jumping the border and going to have a getaway weekend, I don't mind checking out Minot. And it's super friendly for folks in our area because we're used to that. We're used to that size city. It's the same size town. It's roughly about 50,000 people. Big Scandinavian population. They have a big Scandinavian festival every year. They also have the North Dakota State Fair in Minot. So it is not a strange place for folks in this area. Minot is a second home for a lot of folks who like to travel south of the border. But they're in the national headlines now because the mayor of Minot had to resign. Oh, boy, this poor guy. This making national news south of us. Now, the mayor has a girlfriend, and he likes to send her messages. Now, the reason I share this is because it is a cautionary tale. If you are going to send... First off, back up. Don't be taking naked pictures of yourself. What are you doing? Don't do that. If you really feel like you gotta take naked pictures of yourself, Do it on a camera that's not connected to the internet. Oh, my God. Now, the mayor was it's not just pictures. He was, how do I put this? Now, the mayor wanted to send his partner a little video. And the video is of, how do I say this? I need to have it's a video of him. He's, at first glance, you would think he's trying to get a little bit of ketchup out of the bottom of one of those glass Heinz bottles. You're thinking, oh, he's trying to get some ketchup out of the bottle. That's what's going on. Oh, no, it's not ketchup, and it's not a bottle. Now, the thing is that he sent the video to a lawyer. And that's where the problem is. He says, can you imagine the feeling in the bottom of your stomach when you hit send and you go, uh-oh, wait a second. I think I might have sent that to the wrong person. I feel sick for him. But why are we taking videos and pictures like this? Guys, knock it off. These nudes and pics and stuff. Stop it. What happened to pictures of food and the cat? And pasta and things like that. So anyway, he calls up the attorney, says, I'm sorry, that wasn't supposed to go to you. Can we keep this between us? Who's going to be able to do that? He's the mayor of the city. It was a mistake. I didn't mean to send it. Blessed Mama says, imagine being on the receiving end of that. Oh, I got a text from the mayor. Hang on a second. Please stand by. A text is coming. Oh, my God. The mayor is, oh, my God. What is happening here? Why did I get this? So it is making huge news, obviously, with our friends in Minot. And that happened just within the last 24 hours. And now the national media in the States are picking it up. It's going to be all over the place. Minot hasn't been this famous since there's a big Air Force base there, and they have nuclear warheads there, and they once transported by airplane one of the big nuclear warheads from I believe it was from Minot to North Carolina, and they didn't have the safety switch on. That made big news. Oh, we forgot to put the safety on. Well, good thing the plane landed okay, because something happens to the plane and the safety switch is on, nothing happens. When the safety switch is off, half the country go bye-bye. Oops. Anyway, so, you think you're having a bad day or a tough week or your year is off to a bad start. At least you weren't absent-minded enough. My heart goes out to this guy, but you know what? It all starts with taking that pictures and video. Please, please don't do that. Oh, my God. Now, if you want to call your significant other and you want to get all breathy on the phone, go ahead. That's fine. But once you start taking pictures and video, God knows where that stuff's going to end up. This is a cautionary tale for everybody, and we've said that before on the show. I'm so anti-nudes. And, don't be doing that stuff. What a mess he's got to clean up, literally. Well, no, I mean, it's awful. Oh, my God. So gross, says old chickie. Okay. YouTube, we got to move the party over to Twitch. Yeah, the party's just getting started. Come on over. Okay, YouTube, we're moving to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show, and Twitch is going to have a brother or sister soon because Amazon is buying TikTok. Yes, Jeff Bezos has thrown his hat in the ring. Details on that coming up, but we're moving over to Twitch right now. Catch you later, YouTube. Thank you, X. Have a great day, you guys.